Got another 3-round Ignite performance training inspired workout for you. Round 1, we're going to focus on balance. Round 2 is going to be focused on strength, and round 3 on athletic movement. Each round is going to be done for 8 minutes. Participants are going to go through the cycle of 3 exercises as many times as possible in 8 minutes. But the goal and the focus is always on the quality of the movement and not just how many rounds to get through in 8 minutes. So let's take a peek at the board. All right, for round 1, we're going to start with a rip reverse lunge to vertical hold. So stand sideways to the anchor point, power hand palm up in zone 3, base hand palm down in zone 1. If your right shoulder is facing the anchor point, your right foot will be planted. You'll step back into a lunge and the bar will be horizontal across your waist. As you come up into a single leg stance, lifting the left leg, you tip the bar so it is vertical and holding. Step back into the lunge, taking the bar back down to horizontal, and then drive back up onto the single leg with the vertical bar. After that, we have Bosu 45-degree bound in sticks. So you're going to start facing at 12 o'clock. You're going to, on your left leg, you're going to bound onto your right leg and open up to 3 o'clock, landing on top of the dome. You'll jump off the dome, back onto the left leg facing 12 o'clock, and then bound back onto the dome facing 3 o'clock with your right leg. 10 reps on each leg. Then we're going to do a single leg Romanian deadlift to single leg clean with the kettlebells, 8 to 10 each side. Start with your right leg planted on the ground and the kettlebell in your left hand. You're going to go into a Romanian deadlift or a T-balance pattern. Try and tap the bell to the ground with your left arm nice and straight, and then quickly drive the left knee up to a single leg balance and bring the kettlebell up into a rack position on the left side. Again, round 1 is going to be 8 minutes, as many times through the cycle as possible. For round 2, we're going to focus more on strength. So we want to make sure that we have intense load on each one of these exercises. It's going to require a little bit more rest in between. The rip lift, you're going to stand facing away from the anchor point with your right hand as your power hand, palm down, zone 3, and your left hand as your base hand, palm down, zone 1. Again, facing away from the anchor point, your right foot will be back and left foot forward into a lunge stance. Start with the rip like a sword sheathed on your right hip, and you're going to bring it out and press it up in front of you, so it's slightly over the forehead and pressing away from the chest. Bring it back down to the hip and repeat. Kettlebell twisting thruster. So start with the kettlebell in rack position on the right arm, go into a full squat, and then explosively drive up, pressing the kettlebell overhead and simultaneously twisting to the left, pivoting the right foot. You got 8 reps on each arm. And then finally, Bosu hover to plank. So start with your elbows on the Bosu in a hover position. You're going to come up into a plank, so you're on your hands, and then down under your elbows back to the hover. That's 1 rep, and you have 10 total. Finally, round 3 is going to be more based on athletic movement. So we have a TRX suspended lunge with hop. You're going to suspend 1 leg in both of the foot cradles. Go all the way down into a suspended lunge with strong athletic arms. Drive up to a hop and a nice soft landing right into your next rep. You have 10 reps on each leg. A rip slap shot with a lateral bound. Start with your right shoulder facing the anchor point, so you're sideways to the anchor point. On your right leg only, right hand will be your power hand, palm up zone 3. Left hand your base hand, palm down zone 1. Bound to the left, performing the slap shot motion. So digging down towards the ground, and then come back up, bounding back to the right leg and bringing the rip back to the waist. And then finally, the 2-cone U drill. So set your cones 3 to 5 yards apart. You're going to run up and back in an upside down U. So run up and back in the letter U shape, and then return to the start. Turn inside the cones and do a shuffle inside in the U pattern and back. That's 1. We have 6 total.